Hello, Madonna fans and friends, and welcome to another episode of Diva News. It's Miriam here, and happy to have you along with us as we look at some of the headlines from the last week. And this one is actually just was posted a few hours ago. Um, well, actually, it was 4 hours ago when we checked it, and Madonna was posting a little bit of a reflection, sharing this vintage photo of when she first arrived in New York and her experiences as she talked about um, coming to New York and experience everything, for the first time and reflecting on how it was back then versus now with the recent political environment that we are in and how, as far as what's going on right now, dealing with the fascism, as she quoted, the fascism that has become banal. I don't always pronounce that right. Um, so accepted in today's society that people are not rising up and speaking their mind on what is going on, what is happening, and that it's just an everyday thing. And of course, that points to a lot of things for Madonna as she's working on new music. Could we see a return to American life, to her sharing her political thoughts and in her music? We know she's working with Stuart Price and on the music that's coming, but maybe we'll see a little bit more of a provocative themes with regards to what's going on in the country in America today. So, what are your thoughts on what she posted? Will it reflect on some of her future projects, on what she might decide to write about? And we have a lot more to get to. Recently spotted in a comedy club. We'll talk about that, and more of her thoughts and views on politics, as well as our usual features. So let's get into it. Upon scouring the news for this week, Guilherme informed me that Madonna made an appearance recently at a comedy club, the Comedy Cellar in New York to be exact. And she was spotted there with Amy Schumer on January 25th, hanging out, enjoying the comedy acts, and even trying her own hand at comedy. Um, he said that for one of the articles that she had a chance to be, I don't know if she was exactly on full stage or at her seat and the spotlight was on her. You guys will have to correct me or let me know in the comments, but the spotlight was on her, and she had some jokes of her own to share with everyone and see how they would play out in her notebook. And I'd love to see if anyone got any video of that. We know Madonna's tried her hand at comedy before because on Jimmy Fallon back during the Rebel Heart era, she got on stage and did a little bit of comedy there. And God, it's been so long since I watched that. I'm going to have to check that back again and see what some of those jokes were. But hey, Madonna the comedian. Also, she, during Madame X tour, she gave some of those little improv moments to try out some of her comedy. And certainly now, and with all of her reflections on politics and everything, she could bring that into her routine. Amy Schumer, a longtime friend, and someone who also is known for her comedy. I think they could be like a comedy act. Maybe they could even do a comedy buddy movie or something, but I think that would be awesome. Whatever they did that night must have been great, and a total surprise for the audience that was there to see them there. So, what do you think of Madonna going back into comedy, doing trying her hand at it? Um, and if there was any video, what were some of the jokes? Let us know in the comments. Madonna had also taken to X to share her thoughts on the political climate a little bit previously. And considering it's X, I don't know. I think now that it's owned by Elon Musk, I probably wouldn't bother with it anymore. Um, but she was able to share her point of view and talk about, the recent inauguration and her um, basically saying, a lot of what's happening now right after the inauguration is undoing all the work that we've done to come this far, all the things, the battles that we won, and not to give up the fight. Again, the theme and what's going on in the politics today, Madonna being in New York and experiencing it, pretty much In the past times she moved to London or Portugal, but now she's there. And with new music on the way, I think this is definitely going to inform some of the new music. Some would be a little bit critical of that, maybe because with Stuart Price, we would love a Confessions Part 2. Um, but I imagine something is going to trickle in there. It's kind of, to be expected at a time like this. And I think it's going to be very empowering, inspiring, like she said in this post, to not give up the fight, to be even more out there, you know, being who we are, being the community that we are, and to not let them stifle us or quiet us in any way. And so I think it's can only be a positive thing because music today has really kind of lost that spark where it talk, music for social justice, music for that reflects the times. We don't see a lot of that right now. So I think that's a wonderful thing that she will, at least so far, she's putting it out there in her posts, and it probably will have some impact on the music that we will be seeing in the future. But what do you think of some of her posts, and if you think that that will all be reflected in the music? Let us know in the comments. Now it's time for another episode of Collectible Corner, and this one was just something I was looking at earlier today. I have this book in my collection. I bought it a few years back, and it's interesting tie-in because it's just actually the first video we had on this channel was this look through for this book, Madonna in Art. I'm trying to remember the name of the author. I should have got that earlier, but if put it in the comments if you remember it. It's kind of on the tip of my tongue. But there's a little history here because when this book was being worked on, I actually was able to help them out with some artwork from my friend Alan Angel. I got them connected to each other to possibly be included in the book, and he was. And so if you have this book and you look in the acknowledgments, we're in there. Everybody fan club. So I am so grateful and so appreciative that we were included as well as Alan's work, which is amazing. Such a wonderful artist and a great friend that I've known for many years. And so I was flipping through the pages of this book today and just appreciating all the artwork in here, all that the fans put in. Artists of every type and every style. If you've never looked at this book or don't have a copy, go back to our very first video. I'll see if we can get that um, in our description if we can put a link to that. But if you go back to the very first video we did, there's a nice look through there. You can check out some of the artwork that we featured in the look through, and definitely get a copy. Kind of reminds me of the Rebel Heart tour. Remember during Rebel Heart, she had enlisted fans to send in their artwork. Did you ever create any artwork of Madonna? Tell us in the comments which era did you draw? I know I tried my hand at it. I got published in an MLC, issue of MLC, which was the one with the Virgin Tour cover. They have me inside for True Blue art. That was really awesome that I was featured there. So if you have done any art, tell us about it in the comments. And what did you draw? We recently introduced a new section. Basically, it's called Tuesday Tell the Truth Trivia. And we had our first episode of that last Tuesday, and it did really well. I was happy to share the Desperately Seeking Susan trivia. Some of you probably know about it, some of you may not have known about it. I know when we posted that in the Diva News previously, there were people that were surprised by that, and it wasn't commonly known. So it was a great success, and so because of the amount of views we've received, we will be doing it weekly. You'll be able to see another episode next Tuesday. And here's a little bit of a sample again to get those of you who did not know about it a chance to experience some Tuesday Tell the Truth trivia on Friday. So we're going to talk about Shanghai Surprise and that whole period. Um, because in this case, the trivia is, did you know that this was actually based on a book? And the book was called Faraday's Flowers. The reason that I know this, maybe I saw it in one of the articles back then, and then what I did was we used to do a lot of thrift shop, thrift shop shopping for Madonna, and I would always check the books. And I found a copy of Faraday's Flowers. I remember having it with my Madonna books. Did I read through the entire thing? No, but I was proud to have found it in my, able to put in my collection. So, did you know about Faraday's Flowers? Did you ever read it? Did you find a copy and did you ever read it? Did you ever go that deep with Shanghai Surprise? If you ever wanted to go deeper with Shanghai Surprise, and I know not a lot of us have, but if you did, I'm not even kidding. There is a special edition of the movie. I have it. I found it at Ross years and years ago, and it was with a very special edition cover and all these extras behind the scenes, not behind the scenes so much, but like interviews with all the cast members except for Madonna and Sean, telling their experience of working with Madonna and Sean. It's very funny and interesting because I think all the people that were being interviewed knew that this was being made for a special edition of this movie. So maybe if you go on eBay, you might find it. Just look for Shanghai Surprise Special Edition DVD, and that's one of the more curious items about this movie. But sometimes I feel like I might want to watch it again. I might give it another shot. All these years later, I know she looked gorgeous in the movie. Just for nostalgia's sake. But yes, I thought I would share that with you. Tuesday trivia on Friday. And again next Tuesday. We'll have more trivia for you. And weekly, you can find that in our short section. Thanks, guys. I want to thank you all again for watching this episode of Diva News. And again, thank you so much to our new subscribers for having joined. I am looking forward to getting to all of you. Feel free to introduce yourself in the comments. Let us know what you would like to see more of and how you became a fan of Madonna. Let's share that journey together. Meanwhile, we have our secret photo of the week, and this is an advertisement that I got from a foreign magazine, I believe. Um, and I think it's in German, like a Virgin lyrics in German. So if you ever wanted to know how to sing it in German, maybe we should make this like a New Year's resolution. Learn how to sing like a virgin in all the different languages. Just kidding. But um, so it's a curious little oddity here with a picture of her from the Grammys performing music. And so very cute. Thought I would share that with you, all of you guys. Just a little nostalgia again here. Um, and again, let us know what you think about some of Madonna's thoughts lately, her posts, if that would inform her upcoming music. We all know she let out the cat out of the bag. We're going to get some new music in 2025. And also, possibly that biopic will get going. So, a lot of exciting things in the future. Don't forget to check out our trivia every Tuesday. See if we stump you. If we stump you, let us know. If we don't, tell us what you know. And we'll have a lot of fun with that. So, thanks again, you guys. Don't forget, we're also on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club. You can check us there. And I'll keep you guys updated on the eye surgery. They rescheduled me quite a bit out, all the way to the end of April, but I put myself on the waiting list, see if I can get in earlier. In the meantime, I will be here with all of you guys as we travel through this year. Thanks, you guys, and see you next week. Dance and sing, get up and do your thing. Thank you for joining us here at Madonna Everybody Fan Club channel, and I hope you enjoyed our latest video. I hope that you will join us here by liking and subscribing. And also, we have social media with Facebook. We have Madonna Everybody Fan Club, over 5,000 Madonna fans to join. And we have an Instagram at Madonna EFC. So make sure you check those out, as well as a page on Facebook, Madonna Everybody Fan Club, to follow. So definitely check out those social media platforms and join us there. We have contests, we have Fan of the Month, and we have features and lots of great fans to meet. But more importantly, we'd love to hear from you. Make sure you comment on this video and let us know if there's anything you'd like us to talk about or any future video topics you'd like to see. And thank you again for joining our Madonna family. Music does make the people come together. Thanks, everyone.